And welcome. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Here, Jay, in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Come on, Ed. Can I say it, please?
All right, if you must.
Yes. Trust the process.
It has been quite a process to get to this point. Jay, they have a squad here in Philadelphia. Philadelphia controls the tap. Simmons to Embiid. Celtics have it. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Horford. Irving to Brown. Down low. Got a piece to knock it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Simmons. Redick. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Into the front court, it's Irving. They're down 3. Irving to Hayward. Screen coming. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Simmons to Embiid. And finishes strong.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Simmons into the front court. Up by 3. Rises for the slam.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Inside, he scores. Kyrie Irving won a championship with Cleveland. He won a championship for Cleveland in that Game 7 at Golden State. How was he influenced as a player by that title?
Well, I thought he learned how to win at a really huge stage. But Kyrie's always been a leader of his own movement. At times, his voice may have been suppressed because of LeBron James, but there's no doubt about it. When you look at the young players on this roster, when they all rock Kyrie's, you know who the leader of the team is.
Irving. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Brown shot, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
They go down low to Simmons. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Kyrie, Irving shot off the mark.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Covington, they go down low to Simmons. Cruises inside for 2.
You know, I'm going to say something that people probably won't like. But guess what? I don't care. I'm already crowning Ben Simmons as a top 5 playmaker in the league. His first true season, he had 18 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. He could finish around the rim and make everybody else around him look great. There's no doubt about it. He has all the ingredients to be the heir to the throne.
Oh, and a putback.
This 11-year veteran has emerged as a uniquely stabilizing force for any team he plays on. He may not ever win a prize for his fiery oratory, but his steady demeanor is part of what makes him invaluable.
Celtics have it. Hayward to Irving. Surveys the floor. Irving to Hayward. Here comes the screen. Horford buries it on the catch and shoot.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good. Now a steal by Philly. To Simmons. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his second most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player maybe in the league has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make one three-point shot. And how about free throws? He shot 56% from the free throw line. You know who shot better? Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. But with all that being said, this young man still finds himself in a position to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history.
Hayward. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Irving. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Sixers control it. To Embiid. Big stuff and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
And count the basket. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court with saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala, both on and off the court.
Simmons with it. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now a three. At the buzzer. Three at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. We're through one at Wells Fargo Center with the Sixers on top. Jay and I return to Philadelphia after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. 1 quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
A filling out process between each teams, and also, Ed, a filling out process with the referees. A lot of quick whistles. The game is being called differently. Look to see how both teams adjust.
It's a 1-point game as we get rolling once again here in the second quarter. Philadelphia with the basketball. McConnell gets it in the left corner. False. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Marcus Morris. Horford to Rozier. Tosses. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Oh, Baines with the rejection.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Got it.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
McConnell to Embiid. shot by Embiid won't go down. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Rozier. Here comes the screen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Defense all over Rozier. Can't connect. Fultz. Fultz with a shot off the mark. Here's Irving into the front court. Leads one. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Rozier. Here comes the screen. Goes to the right side. Irving had to rush that one, and it's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Celtics, number 7, Jaylen Brown. Entering the game.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Horford. Jumper's good.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Curling inside. Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Marcus Morris. That's blocked by Johnson.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. It's Ben Simmons controlling the offense. Simmons with a shot. That won't go. To Rozier. To Marcus Smart. Gets to the basket and scores.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Nothing going here on that drive. Can't convert the free throw. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. To Redick, beyond the arc for three. That's playing with fire. J.J. Redick, wide open. Good luck.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Here comes the screen. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
Scary Terry was born during the playoffs last year. He helped Boston achieve what many critics, including myself, thought was impossible without superstar teammates being healthy. He's a pit bull defensively, so quick laterally with a strong upper body frame and a great center of gravity. He plays with a ton of grit and determination, and that's just what you need in a depth guard who can answer the bell when called on.
Rozier, shot no good. Ben Simmons with the rock. Here's a chance from long range. He's been waiting a long time for that one to go down.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
To Marcus Morris. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Horford to Marcus Smart. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Here comes the screen. Rozier's shot no good.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. To Horford. Deep left corner. Baseline drive. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Simmons with it. It's a 1-point game as we approach halftime. Here comes the screen. Simmons. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Boston with the basketball. Here comes the screen. To Horford. Going to launch beyond the arc. Smooth part of his game. Al Horford drills the catch-and-shoot three.
And, Ed, when you have 7-footers roaming the perimeter who shoot over 40% from the three-point line, why take twos?
All 5 can shoot it at any given time. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Goes down. A 3 at the buzzer. How about that end to the first half as they take the lead into the locker room? So the difference, 3 points as we've reached the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando as we go from Jay to Jalen. It's Jalen Rose with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The Celtics are in a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The 76ers are keeping things exciting in a close matchup. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Philadelphia 76ers,
Game track. Blocks.
very physical basketball in the first half from these squads. Lots of block shots and some great defensive intensity.
Player of the half.
Kyrie Irving has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Irving brings the ball up court. To Hayward. To Horford. From the painted area, won't go down.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt, and that's what kind of stand they're making on the defensive end.
Inside, he scores.
You know, I just want to thank the man above for allowing a guy like Gordon Hayward after that horrific, awful injury he had in opening night. So good to see my dude back on the floor and doing his thing, finally healthy.
Here's Simmons with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. Redick to Simmons. To Redick. From long range, defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
4-3. Rebound comes to Kyrie. Kyrie across the timeline. 2-point advantage. Irving to Horford. Spinning shot won't fall. To Simmons. Over to the right side. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Redick. To Embiid. Oh, Horford up to block the shot. Redick buries it on the catch and shoot.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse, to kick out for, guess what, another one.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Redick. He was hacked. They let it go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 7, Jaylen Brown.
To Marcus Smart. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
to Redick. Fires the three. How's this for a hot start? He's 5 of 5 from three-point range.
And I get mesmerized every time I watch him shoot. Great release, up and down, comes down in the same spot every time.
To Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Shot from the lane won't go. Covington knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Celtics, number 12.
Hayward unable to connect. To Redick. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
For the 76ers.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Sizing up the defense. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Fultz into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. Celtics have it. To Hayward. Here comes the screen. Hayward. The jumper's off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Aaron Baines powers it through.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Fultz with the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Redick. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Lead is 2. Runner here won't go. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Redick. Fultz. Can't get the bounce. To Rozier. Oh, had him going there for a second. Baseline drive. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Sixers control it. McConnell to Redick. Fires the three. He has had the hot hand tonight. He's now 6 for 6 from beyond the arc.
And I say keep feeding him the ball. If he's not going to miss, let's make sure our offense centers around him.
To Hayward. Here comes the screen. Oh, he had him there for a second. Hayward to Rozier. Shot clock winding down. Hayward. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
First try, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Gets off a 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. This game is all tied up. All even through 3 quarters. Who can pull away as we get started here in the 4th? Philadelphia with the basketball. McConnell to Redick. To Fultz. Drive here, but the shot stays out. Brown with it up top. Our score all even here in the 4th quarter. No good. Oh, looked like he may have gotten him there. Redick with it. All even here in the 4th. Redick. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Nope. First one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Hayward. Fultz into the front court. Leads just a point to Covington. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Shot by Fultz, no good.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
They'll get it. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Tatum. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball, let him prove that it wasn't the D, it was more in his own head.
Fultz to Embiid. Oh, big finish at the rim.
Now that the process has been established, it's going to be fun to see how much better Joel Embiid can be this season. Everybody heard about his arduous offseason workout program, but the thing I love about him the most, he always works on his game, even if he's dunking on random fans on vacation.
Hayward. To Rozier. It's denied by Embiid.
And it's not just about blocking shots, it's about the physicality of the game. How about on all these down screens, your bigs are bumping these guys off the screen, allowing you to catch up to the play defensively. That's why you're playing so well.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Hayward to Irving. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. Sixers have the basketball. McConnell to Embiid. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Irving into the front court. His guys down by 9. It goes down.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Into the front court comes Simmons. His team up by 7. Embiid, top of the key. For 3. Oh, surprise. He hits it.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with the three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Not going to have it this time.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. And a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Redick. From the painted area, won't go down. To Irving. Blocked by Embiid.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Irving with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Brown shot off iron, no good. Celtics come away with it. Inside, he scores.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Embiid. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
Celtics have it. Horford to Hayward. To Irving. Lets it fly from long range. You know Kyrie, zero hesitation. Buries it for 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Embiid. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Fultz with the basketball. Up 5. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Dario Saric has really become a big part of the rebuild in Philly, and he's had improved shooting from his first year to his second year because he understands where his shots come from. He's assisted on 99% of his mix. That shows you something.
Smooth part of his game. Al Horford drills the catch-and-shoot 3.
It is extremely prevalent right now for three-point shooters because of the skill set at every position is that versatile. Even your 5s and 4s can knock down 3s at a high clip.
It's a world of great three-point shooters and great three-point shooting teams. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Irving. Not easy.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, Ed.
Simmons. To Embiid. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Irving. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
15-footer for the win. The Celtics win the tap. Irving to Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Gordon Hayward knocks down a wide-open look.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First one, count it. Two for two on that trip. Kyrie with the rock. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Simmons into the front court. Down 4. Simmons. And a pass stolen by Boston.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Embiid. To Simmons. Beyond the arc for three. Tatum grabs the board. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Probing the defense. Trying to make his move. Irving to Jaylen Brown. Kyrie Irving lines it up for two. Irving no good with the shot there. Simmons with it. Down 6. Redick. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Hayward. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Embiid to Covington. Here's a chance from long range. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Hayward. Taken by the Sixers. Covington. Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. Jumper's good. Simmons brings the ball up court. Probing the defense. Simmons to Redick. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Simmons. Their shot no good by Simmons. Into the front court, it's Irving. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Sixers call for time. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Timeout Boston. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Feet for the win. The Sixers are victorious. They continue their unbeaten run, red hot to start the season. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go. The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers were successful in overtime, earning a solid win. Teams showed their heart in the extra minutes, and it was clearly on display in this matchup. What a great game. It was definitely a thriller. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics finished on the losing end of a close score. And as you can see, it doesn't matter how many threes you hit if you don't follow it up on the defensive end of the floor. Check out the leading scores for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.